So welcome back, plastic model builders. Guess what we are doing now? You guessed it, we are putting the decals onto our A-10 Warthog, also known as the Thunderbolt. Here we're getting started with number 60. I noted earlier, don't put on the ones with common markings first in the instructions, because there are some that get a little confusing the later on you go into this model. So it's best to do the ones that are on the opposite side, which have the regular markings, then do the common markings, which a bunch of them are the same, but there are some that are different. And if you do the regular markings first, you will see that change and you won't be making any mistakes. So here we are, we're putting on these number 60. There's a lot of these little things. I don't know what they are. They look like a question mark. So let's just put our little question marks on. I have no clue what they mean. They go all over the place in this entire model. By the way, this is going to be a really long video because I'm showing you virtually every decal that we put on. And since I'm from the United States, I call them decals. I don't call them decals like they do in other places. So we're just going to have to accept that. So here we are, we're putting them on. You can see we only got 3 more left. Now it's down to 2. We're going to go onto the opposite side of the next tail fin, and here we go. Just put our little sealers on there, move these into place, and we are done with number 60. Congratulations. So the next one we are going to put on are these little nose steps, number 58. You can see there's a lot of these. Looks like 12. Going to have to put them all on, or not, whatever you want to do. So we've got these. You see you got 4 go right here on the back of these tails, 1 on each side and then a couple at the bottom. Make sure you reverse how each one of them go, because some have a specific direction that they're pointed in. So I guess that's if you're like standing on the tail, you can look one way and see it written in front of you, and then you turn the other way and it's also written the same exact way. So you can see that here is they're actually positioned opposite the way I did the ones up front. So we got 4 right here. That leaves us with 8 left. We're going to put 1 over here, and of course we'll do 1 on the opposite side, just off screen there. Put 1 down there. You can see the other one going on. So that's 2 more. Makes 6 to go. And here we'll put these on, which will make it 4 to go. As I said, these go on the same little area. And the next ones, I imagine they'll probably go on the wings, because where else would they go? Because that's where people like to walk. And here we go. Putting it right there by the flaps and the deceleron. We've got our little nose step. Going to put 1 on the opposite side. And I didn't show you the other 2. Who knows why? Maybe they're just extra. So here we got 57 and 59. 1 goes on the right wing and the other goes on the left wing. 2 on each side. As you can see, we're putting those on right here. This is number 57. After we get number 57 on both of those, we're going to put on number 59 on the opposite wing. Be careful not to hit the pitot tube, which is on the right wing, because it does get knocked off eventually. I promise you, eventually you're going to hit this thing and it's going to break off and it's not going to be fun, and you're going to have to replace it and figure out how to re-glue it back on. By the way, you can see the paint job here, which looks fairly good. Remember, we already applied the gloss coat in our previous video. If you didn't see that video, watch it. So here's number 72. I'm going to put these on. There are a couple of those. As you see, 3 of them. 1 that go on each side of the wheel wells on the top, and then 1 that goes on the nose cone. So here's 1 of them. We're just going to suck up our little sealer that we have there. That you put that on the decal. Put 1 right over here. There we go. Make that look pretty. It's going on there, and we'll go to the opposite wing and we will put the last one on. Just goes a little space right there. You see each one has its own little spot. They don't go in the same spot. All of them are different. Got those on. Here we go. Going to work a little bit on this area right here. So cutting out number 73. It's a little star. This here is number 41. And that goes, I believe it's 41. Let's hope it's 41. It's going to go right there on the front of the nose. So here's 73. We're going to just let those dry real fast. 73 is on there. It goes on that one little thing where the wheel well is. Here's the other one. We're putting that right there on the front of the nose cone. Got number 29. I'm sorry, this is number 47, I believe. We're going to take number 47. There's our 4 of those. Just cutting all of them out all at once. That way we have them. We'll set some of them aside for later. Dip number 47 into your water, just like I've done here. let it sit on your paper towel. I didn't have any problems with these decals either. They dried fairly nicely, they came off fairly nicely, and in quick time. So there's the left wing, going to put that on. Going to put another star right over here. This goes on the left side of the fuselage, right there by the cockpit. You may need to look and get some references, and you see where those go. Here's the right side, put on this one, and of course we have one more left to go. By the way, I did put on the common markings first. That's how I know to tell you not to do that. This is the underside of the right wing. Watch out for that pitot tube so you don't cut it off. Here's number 71. This is one of the rescue tabs, so that's where it gets confusing. If you do the common markings first, that will be cut out. If you don't do the common markings, it'll be a little bit different. So here's number 25. We're going to get this one out and that one common marking, so we're going to stick that in there. And number 25. As I said, just do the other markings first on the plane, the regular versions, then come back and do the common markings, and you'll see which ones actually go where. So we're just going to put this one right here and the other marking right there. Let those dry. We're doing pretty good. 6 minutes into this. Cut out some more stuff, of course. We've got number 46. I believe this was another one of those that, like I said, if you do the common markings first, you're going to cut this out. If you don't, you'll see it's better to do the other side. So 46. I don't know if 51 is actually a decal. As you can see, this is how we put it on. It goes right there, both of those. And we are on to more decals over here. Looks like number 66 is about to be put on. So we'll just cut that out. Once we get 66 cut out, we're going to do number 38. You see it's really small. Get 38 cut out. Number 35, getting a bunch of these small little decals cut out, that way we can put them on. So put 35 in the water, number 66 and 38. Just let those all dry. They look so pretty. Our little door right here, going to put that number 66 on there. Make sure you position it the right way. Here's number 38 going by that little vent port, and finally the last one, number 35. Cut out some more decals. There are a lot of these. Number 42. Got a little out of focus. That's okay. Going to get some more decals right here. Number 68. Cut those out. That way we can put them on. Throw them into the water like we have everything else. I do believe there was one extra little question mark thingy. So number 42. You want to see us put that on. Right there, a little circle deal. Don't know exactly what it is. You'll move that into position. You see I've done right there. And then we put this right here, right on the bottom. Each side gets these number 68. These little fins. I don't know what they are, but they're on the plane, so of course we have to put the decal on, don't we? Otherwise our plane just wouldn't look very exciting. So cutting out our number 683 numbers and the Playboy bunny. At least it looks like a Playboy bunny. So we'll cut that out. You'll see this as it's already installed. It was just easier to show you that, because a lot of these you don't have to see them getting installed. That was a really big decal. And then the 683, these go right on the front of the nose cone of the airplane on the left fuselage. There they are. Both of those are already in place. We're going to put also some sealer and some micro sol onto that. That way it sucks in and it looks really pretty and it conforms to all the little things on there. Up next, number 31 and number 27. 31 goes on the fuselage and 37 goes on the tail. You see it says Maryland because that's where this plane came from. It came from Maryland. They have some Air Force over there. And we got one more decal we're putting on. There's number 32. There it goes. Let them dry, 27, 31, and 32. We are going to put that one decal that I talked about that says Maryland, goes right there. We'll move that into place. The other wing also gets one. Here we are going to put the MD and the Air Force and its call signs, all that good stuff. At least I think they're call signs. I'm putting on the front canopy, but I'm not. It's just a reference so I know how to put this number decal right here, number 31. Looks like two little planes, probably shot some down. Congratulations to that guy. Number 33, as I said, we're going to cut this out because it goes on the opposite side. So here's number 26 as well. Two on each tail. Of course, who would imagine that, right? I already knew. Why? I have the plane, have the instructions, so I knew it was going to happen. Did you? I'm sure you could figure out as well. So we're putting on Maryland right here, number 26, and we will put in the other tail numbers, MD 683 right over here. Make sure you get some good positioning on that. By the way, after we do this, we will cover this in a gloss coat. We're going to be cutting out number 55 right here and one part of number 56. Common markings. Remember, don't do the common markings. I've said it a lot. There's a reason why. Don't do them. Do the other markings first, which indicate which plane it actually is for the green one. It's going to go a lot easier for you. Cut out number 65. Here we go, number 36. The other tail numbers, or I'm sorry, not the tail numbers, but just the plane numbers, goes on the opposite side. So get that cut out. You're going to see us place that on right here. Common marking again. As I said, don't do it. How many times have I said this? That's for you to take a hint, and we are some smart people because we're building these models, so we know what to do. Put that 683 down right there. Make it look pretty. Number 43. We're going to put that on along with number 85 and 86, both of these. And we are going to put on number 87, 88, 89, and 90. As you can see, there's a lot of them. They all go right in the middle of the plane on the underside. You're going to have to turn your plane over. So here we go. This is the underside of the plane. Put on these right here by the exhausts. That's where they go. I don't make the rules. See how I align those right there? They kind of go parallel with the fuselage. Make sure you put them on correctly. So here we're putting on all the little decals. Number 86 goes on. Right here we got the other one. We're going to stick that down below there. And 4 more you see, putting them all around this little antenna. Here's number 87. And I believe we're going to put on number 89 right here. And then 90 goes just below that, I think. And we will show that in just a second. I lied to you. It goes above. So it's a long decal. It's kind of got like a thing below it and a circle. You see, there's a close-up of that. That's how we do it. And that's what they look like. Just suck up some of that little decal set. So we've got some of these, number 52. These go around what I believe would be where they would fuel the plane up, possibly. You see, you got one here, one right there up top. You're going to put one slightly below that, and then one on the opposite wing. Here we are on the opposite wing, putting this down. Congratulations, you've made it halfway through this video now. You get a cookie. But I don't have any cookies to give you, so I guess you're kind of out of luck now, aren't you? So we get these put on to the next one, number 28. Going to cut that out, and number 29, and we got right here, you can see the air wings in number 34. Let those dry. These go on the sides of the planes. So first one, as I said, that goes right there up top. This is by the canopy. And each engine gets its own little decal, number 34. Check your positioning. It looks like a lightning bolt through like a bug or a bee, or I have no idea what it is, but it's there. This is the other engine, and that's the insignia for the Air Force Division that they have. I assume that's what that is. Get that put on there. Make sure you have good placement for it. Another common marking, of course. Cut that out, number 64. I think I said about common markings already, haven't I? Yeah, well here, put this one on. So it goes right there, because you can see some of it will probably have some other things that are a little bit left over. Goes right there. Well, spraying a flat coat on, we know what that means. We got through a lot of these decals already, so congratulations. This is going to seal them in. You all get cookies for watching every bit of this. If you stayed on to watch me put all these decals on, there was a lot of them. We got through of it. Some of them are a little wrong. That's because I did the common markings first. If you don't do the common markings first and you do the regular markings first, you will get it correct. I promise you. So, as you see, I'm going a bunch of different directions. We're going to seal that in really well. And the reason why we're doing this is because it's got all these pylons already attached. It made it a little bit difficult. I'm just using a regular spray can. I figure it's so much easier. So now we got our little hydraulics. Time to do some painting. Painting over our stuff. So we get a little bit of silver that we're going to put on each side of the hydraulics for each little piece of landing gear. Get in there, make it look pretty. If you mess up, it's okay. It's just a model. We're not entering any competitions. It's just for fun. I'm not here to get gold medals either. I'm here to make you videos just so you can see how I do a video. So you don't have to take my advice. You just have to say, oh, so this is how he did it. Maybe I can do it better. You see different colors and greens on each one of those as well, because each one had a different color. So get all of our little silver color. Here we are going to paint the nose. This is the front taxi light. There's one up top right there and then one on the bottom. You can make your own out of plastic if you want. I don't care how you do it. This is how I did mine. Just going to continue painting these silver. Go right here. These are the mirrors. I installed my mirrors backwards the first time I did it. I don't know if I actually got it right, but we will see. There are 3 of these. Just be careful when you cut them off. They fly pretty far. You may want to use a different pair of cutters than what I use, because I use an X-Acto knife. Coming soon, I will not be using the X-Acto knife because I got a better tool to cut things with, and it works a lot better. So here we go, cutting out your little rear view mirrors. You see those. Using my clear glue, going to go all the way around, just like this. Make these look pretty, because they do. I'm going to cut out the anti-sway braces. By the way, I didn't show you putting those on because I did them wrong. And the anti-sway braces, guess what? Painted those already, and I also put those on wrong too. I put them on upside down. The long portions of the sway brace are actually supposed to face the inside of the wing, not facing the ground. That's where I did it wrong. So don't do that, because it's not a good thing. And there's a lot of these, and I did every single one of them wrong. Did I fix it afterwards? No, I left them because they're already on the plane, and it just is how it is. So that would probably also explain why when I had to put on my missles, I had to slide some of them in. So here we go, we're putting on the braces in the wrong direction. So learn from this. Don't do as I say. Just put them on the right way. As I have stated here, the longer side faces down, facing onto the wing, not onto the ground. So they look pretty, at least how I put them on. We got our little hydraulic hoses. We are going to paint those black. Guess what? 2/3 of the way through this. You guys have done wonderfully watching this. I appreciate it. Always watch the whole video. Why? Because I like when you watch the whole video. It shows me that you care and that you love me. So here we go. All kidding aside, just paint the other sides of these right here. We're going to get these all done. These hydraulic hoses, of course, 2 on each side. Wings turned out very well. The hydraulic hoses turned out very well. And we are happy with this whole plane overall. We are going to put on the landing gear. Right here, they don't have to go in any special way. Just make sure they fit and tightly. So that's one rear gear, and here is the other rear wheel that we are putting onto the gear. And of course, the front landing gear. Put that on. Just be careful. I have my glue there. Press down. Make sure your gear is tight. And they are done. So what we are doing here, these are the little clear pieces that go in front of your Maverick missiles. These things are a little tedious to put on. Remember, you can use your clear glue on these because they're going to dry clear. I'm using the white glue. So you see me putting it on. I kind of just did each one a little differently so you can see the different ways it could be done. I pressed that one down. Here we are going to use my fingertip to put them on. Hopefully we get that. You see the inside was painted black. That way you can see through that and it looks kind of clear when it dries. It'll look good. Here I'm using a toothpick to do it. You know, it's just showing you all the different ways that we can get these on. I got a little hair, but I'm going to get that hair off, so don't worry. Here we go, using my finger. Squeeze that on, make that look pretty. Here we are putting on the other missile. Not too many of these left to do, probably 2. Here we go. One more. Got that one on. That one looks a lot better. Here we go, missile rails. I am putting on one missile first right here. Then we are going to put the other one on the side. I don't care how you do it. This was how I did it. I kind of had to bend these a little to get the one in the middle to sit right, because they didn't exactly want to fit properly by the time this was all said and done. So just kind of put it in and press it back, and you see it seat there. This is the other one. I actually did the bottom ones first so I could rest these flat without a problem. So here you go, you see this, and then the other side After we're done that, we're going to get the middle missile and we will put that on. I just put it in, slide it, that way that glue adheres. See me putting that there. See, has a little bit of trouble fitting in, so you just bend some of those down and then place it back up. And that's what it looks like right there. We're going to do the other one, this side right here. See, you see me bending them just a little bit. It makes just enough room to put that middle one in, and there we go. So maybe you want to put the middle one in first. I only did it my way, that way I could rest them flat. We are putting on the fuel tank. See how I just kind of put it to the side? You have a little bit of problem doing that. Just do it your way. Put some more glue right here. These are for the napalm containers. Remember, those things were pretty lethal. We don't want to play around with them. See that nice little red stripe? And here we go. I had to slide these on because remember, I put these things on backwards to begin with, which was probably my fault. But I found a way around it. Got these on. Only when I said, oh wait, I put these on backwards. So you see you got your little pins in there that'll fit into the box ends. I'm in the drilling industry, and we call that, when we put drill pipe together, you have a pin end and a box end. So from now on, I'm just going to call things the pin and the box when it looks like this. That way you know which goes in where. So here we are working on the right side of the plane. We are going to put this in right here. Got our napalm container, and our other Maverick missiles are going to go in right over here. Got those in, and we probably have a couple more missiles to put in. And if they're not missiles, you know what? I bet they're going to be some bombs. There they are, cluster bombs, one on each side. As you can see, that front decal just turned out horribly. This right here is the ladder. So we're going to get this ladder, cut this ladder out. Painting gunmetal on our gun. Imagine that, a gun that goes gunmetal. Who would have thought of that, right? So here it is. Paint this gunmetal, make this look pretty. I'm just slowly doing this. I have a piece of paper over that so I don't get any paint anywhere else. It was just easier for me to do that way. Wasn't too concerned with how it turned out. Dried for about 1/4 of a second and I peeled it off. After the fact, I actually drilled out some holes. So the same thing, we're going to paint this gunmetal. That's why we cut it out. Figure I already had the paint. Get this cut. Go along this, the feet rests. Those are going to be painted yellow. So why? That way you can see them. Otherwise it's hazardous if you can't see them. And by the way, there's only a minute left in this video, or 2. So just stick around and we'll almost be finished with this. By the way, if you want to see this final assembled plane, you're going to have to watch the next video. It's really important you see that. That way you can see it's a great review that we do with this. Here we go, painting this yellow. So subscribe. Of course you have to subscribe. That way you get the updates so you can see them. Give us some comments, because you know I always respond to comments, even good or bad. And I love when we get likes. Those likes help grow the channel. Comment, like, and subscribe. That's the best I can tell you. Going to get these all painted here. You can see this is the step. Video is coming to an end. We got about a minute left. Thanks for watching the entire video. I really appreciate it. Cutting out our heads-up display. Going to glue this in. Make sure that bevel goes facing down, as you can see right there. This is the canopy. Not the easiest in the world. Test fit it first. I use super glue, just putting it around the edges there and slowly smoothing that out, and then I just touch it up with some paint a little bit later on. And you see I have some super glue on the toothpick there. The best way I could think of doing it, and here's just another way, just kind of get thin glue, make sure it doesn't run down the plane. Got some cement in there, and we are going to put in our little ladder. Less than 30 seconds left. Put on this canopy right here on the front, and this plane will be done. I thank you for watching. Come back in 2 weeks. That way you can see the review of this model. Subscribe to get our latest updates. Give us comments and likes. Until next time. See you guys. Thank you. Oh, by the way, install the clear plastic thing.